But make a big jam. Afenyo Markin, he can go to jail. He can go to jail any day. I never say because I'm a bim. But I know they say I am joking. Hey, Urban Bagman, you cannot protect Afenyo Markin. The MPP in Parliament, they don't respect you, and I don't know the kind of poison you and them have eaten. That is what is making you not to be able to address them in their face. Because if you are a man with integrity that I know, the integrity that you have been preaching, then you will be bold to release a statement even tonight that you don't expect from the statement of the Attorney General, you don't expect Afenyo Markin to be sitting in front of the Chief Justice to vet him. You see why I say you don't have the power to control the minority. This was when the vacant seat issue came. See the way Afenyo Markin disrespected you. You have no power. They have made you some puppets in Parliament. And this minority, they are chopping your ass. They are chopping your ass. And you are sitting there, Speaker, oh, Speaker, Father, oh, Father. And they are disgracing Parliament, running Parliament down. This is you and Afenyo Markin.
I never stated it was thrown by you at any person.
Mr. Speaker, you said I allegedly said some bailiffs. Allegedly.
No.
Mr. Speaker, then clarify.
Please.
Mr. Speaker,
listen to me.
Mr. Speaker, listen.
Honorable Majority Leader, I don't want to proceed to make some orders. Please, resume your seat. I'm very serious about that.
Mr. Speaker,
please, resume your seat. Honorable member, your
coming events cast their shadows. We have Parliament now, elect with the executive.
Alban Bagman, Afenyo Markin stood in front of you and bullshit you. You are sitting there carrying yourself around. You are a man of integrity. You have power. You have nothing. How do you want people like us to take you serious? This fool, you told him to resume his seat. He told you fuck off and he walked out of Parliament. Afenyo Markin. Mr. Alban Bagman, we fought to get you where you are. We, young people like us that people are saying we insult. Afenyo Markin stood in front of you and said, fuck off, and he walked out of Parliament. You instructed him and commanded him to take his seat. He said, you are nobody. What will make such a criminal tell you that and walk off for you to be quiet? Then it means he's holding your balls. You might have done something illegal that you are scared to take action against the NPP. Is this not despicable enough? When your wife watches this, don't you feel less of a man at home? Mr. Bagman, so our initial video where don't you feel less of a man at home? You feel less of a man because a young boy like this stands in front of you and you are in Ghana telling yourself you are number 3, you are number 4, you are number 3. This boy, you instruct him to take his seat. He tells you fuck off and walks away. Today, he's going to get away with murder again. Are you going to allow this boy to get away with murder? Where is your integrity and that integrity that we were waiting for to see? Where is it? You talk too much. You don't take any action. You are quick to react to the NDC because it is easy. But when it comes to the MPP, I don't know. Maybe you are in bed with them doing some illegality. That is why maybe you are not able to take action against the NPP. I don't have evidence to it. If I have evidence to it, I'll tell people. But your actions are very questionable. Your actions in that seat, the people who fought down there, the NDC MPs who put their lives on the line, their seats on the line to get you up there, even the person who formed that party to give you that opportunity, you could not defend that person. What integrity do you have? Are you going to dip the integrity more in shit? It's about time you rescue yourself. It's about time you prove to people like us, because it is getting out of hand. Are you going to allow this criminal to stand in front of you in parliament? And I know you know what parliament represents. You have all the history of parliament. You know all the integrity that surrounds parliament. Are you going to be the person who will destroy parliament? Because it's looking like if you allow this criminal to stand in parliament now to talk as a minority leader, then you are the person, you will be the last speaker of parliament. You will be the last speaker of parliament we will recognize in this country. So it's about you, the integrity and the patriotism you have been showing and saying, I am patriotic. Now, you know the seriousness of this. Parliamentary Privileges Committee needs to sit now. If the Attorney General is saying that there is a docket, an assault docket on their desk, then the Privileges Committee in Parliament, they need to sit now. Because that is why we have the Privileges Committee. Why do we have a member of Parliament who has assaulted a police officer and still carrying himself as a minority leader? We need the Privileges Committee to sit now and look into this matter. It's a must. The Privileges Committee, they need to call a meeting now, because we cannot have a potential criminal carrying himself in Parliament as a member of Parliament when the Attorney General has a criminal docket on him. Who is in charge of the Privileges Committee? I want to see everybody's integrity in Parliament now. Are you the NDC going to protect this criminal again? Is that why we brought you to power? Is that the reason why we brought you people to Parliament? To protect a criminal like Afenyo Markin? We want the Privileges Committee to sit. We want the Privileges Committee to meet. Emergency. They need to raise the issue of misconduct against this guy. Because all of you have a policeman protecting you. Every member of Parliament has a policeman protecting him or her. And we believe that you respect the policemen. Unless you people don't respect the policemen who are following you around. Because you people, even when you are taking a shit and you call the police officers, they leave their families and come to you. They come and protect your lives. Now, one of them, they have attacked them. Afenyo Markin has brutalized one of the police officers. Now, are you people going to look into the police officers who are protecting you and your families and say you don't care? Then you are equally as guilty as Afenyo Markin. So the Privileges Committee needs to sit now. Now, this goes to the MPP as a political party. This goes to the MPP as a political party. Now we are asking the MPP. We are expecting you people to issue a formal statement. This Afenyo Markin is a member of the NPP. And if you MPP are telling us that we are party, mudi imraso, you respect the laws of this country and you respect the Ghana Police Service and the personnel, the NPP as a political party needs to release a statement. That statement, it should caution or reprimand Afenyo Markin. Mahamudu Bawumia, Kennedy Japan, Brian Champon, Kobene Japan, and Kentry. We want to see the integrity you five dogs have in Ghana politics. We want you, the candidate who want to lead the party, to boldly come out and declare that Afenyo Markin needs to leave his position until the Attorney General takes the case to court and court clears Afenyo Markin off this accusation. Because if none of you is able to tell Afenyo Markin in the face on your campaign trail, then none of you dogs deserve to lead Ghana. Because you people are now campaigning to be the leaders of the NPP. And if today, this particular party, which you want to lead, you have all your MPs leader assaulting a police officer, and you are not able to come out boldly to criticize and to make sure this person out of the love and respect you have for the Ghana Police Service, is reprimanded, cautioned, or told to step aside as the leader of the MPPs in Parliament, then you fools should never stand or mount any platform to tell Ghanaians to vote for you. Kennedy Japan, Mahamudu Bawumia, Brian Echampong, Komine Japan, and Educhum Kentri. You five, I want to see the integrity you have. Prove to me I'm going to prove to Ghanaians you cannot lead Ghana. You people, none of you will be bold enough to make an emphatic statement that Afenyo Markin should step away from Parliament. He should step away from the leadership of Parliament and allow the Attorney General to conclude. Allow the Attorney General to go to court and then court to conclude this case before he can call himself a member of Parliament leading the NPP. If none of you is able to do that, and you are not supposed to tell us say more your campaign to come and lead Ghana, because I am very sure that every single place you people go to, you have Ghana Police Service personnel following you. And I know, Baumia, there's a policeman who is your bodyguard. The government has given you a policeman to protect you, your wife, those your children and yourself. They have left their children at home. Police for the jamoma and your will fear. And I wonder what you know more than them the police leader bontrina or bomb ho bang. And then Obi are attacking a party member, an MPP member are attacking a police near you, Baumia cannot speak that MPP member should be reprimanded, especially when he's a member of Parliament and the leader of the MPP in Parliament. It shows that there's no leadership in you people. You are not leaders, you are animals. Because today, we all know that Afenyo Markin has a criminal case hanging around his neck. Me catch the Ghana for say, Efutu PDD, we Jimmy you. Me catch them from Tete. Me catch them Debia say Afenyo Markin is a fool. From the day I did a scandal on him, defending a pedophile, going to take somebody's wife, and then calling the person to threaten the person's life, and sending thugs to a 2 or 3 year old kid, their school, to go and kidnap them. That day, na me catch them say Afenyo Markin we Jimmy. And I told him from more Winnie Banin, I say, it will come back to bite you. Where we are on Hine, Winnie Bar, or share Afenyo Markin Hineno. For Sanyan Sana the share in Hineno, Sa or Sahin in the free so. Because Sa or Sahin and Amodiamano, or your Crom 4. He's a criminal who is assaulting police officers in Accra. Unless one him for no more Winnie Bano, most of my Crom 4 is Afenyo Markin. We expect you, the chiefs at Winneba, to also carry some integrity. Because more infono, you are supposed to set as an example. Somebody a Indian title ama Afenyo Markin say or your sahine na ende nipa na mo friend or sahine no ni case that Attorney General table so a criminal case than so. Why are you people allowing this guy to carry himself ewe efutu say or your sahine? Unless more infona mo ye no hine no mo so me akromfo. Enti Winneba ma hine. More sa efutu na mo see sa kwawe or sahine no. You need to make sure you take the title off until court will clear this criminal. Afenyo Markin. And I've been speaking on this guy for months and years. Say Afenyo Markin is one crazy guy. Only integrity biya. Are we going to look on? I am talking to Winnie Bamahine. Mo amode sa osahine ne ma no. Mo mukodi ohine wo Winnie Bana and the musumo ye ahemfo no. Senka mo criminal case da ho anka ho nka besi mu hine. Abosom na motete omoso na mugugu nsa no. Se mudi ne kura kira abosom na o kira no pa mo be fere afre Afenyo Markin afre Winnie Bakro nyina se osahine ya age for now. Criminal case da wo so no ma court ni wo wie ye wie na so hu so a sa befa osahene no unless se mo ahemfo no a mugu Winnie Bana mo share ne se osahene no mo ya kromfo unless you are criminals. And from Monday me the munyina mo pictures beba o manhene no o hema no odi mo ho nyina mo Winiba ahemfono, then I'll let the world know some more and I'm more entertaining criminality. Or be attacking police officer. Investigations abaso. Yeah, come attorney general. What so say or you're signing it. You people are the one condoning criminality, murders, killings in Ghana. Because right now, Afenyo Markin, we're paving the way for people to attack police officers. You know, when Afenyo Markin was doing all these things, Tokonu was still the CJ. He didn't care. When Afenyo Markin was attacking police officers, assaulting police officers, Tokonu was still the CJ. So he thought that that was his intentions. Because a idea why yache, if to PDD, idea why for a long time. But this time, we are not going to let it slide. I don't care when the Attorney General wants to prosecute. I don't care. That's not my job. But my job now is to make sure that we don't allow criminals like Afenyo Markin, police who conclude say, assaulting police officer to be sitting in parliament and acting as if say, or you're somebody or credibility, integrity, or say, or not even Bafuboni in him. Chief Justice Bafuboni in him catch and say, I want to vet you. No. We should not allow Ghana to go that low. We should not allow. Into this guy, we all should understand the MPP as a political party from the national executives. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, J.A. Kufuor, Hakmalo Usu-Agyemang, Mark Okwe, Sam Penifo way you have seen this. Mon Penifo, Sophia Ekufu. Sophia Ekufu, Nkwasiake Kanayewu. You have seen this. Sophia Ekufu. Recently, I saw you, I heard you say, where is it? Mr. P, I had it somewhere. Recently, I heard you, Sophia Ekufu, say that judicial appointment lack transparency, leaves much to be desired. Right now, you have a problem how we appoint judges in Ghana. Then it means that you, Krampono, when J.J. Rawlings appointed you, he made a big mistake because he did not follow due process. It was because J.J. Rawlings was dating your mother or your sister. That is why you got that appointment as the CJ. Anamebwa. That is why you are telling us to say, for all these years you were the Chief Justice and all these years you have retired, you never saw anything wrong with the appointment of the CJ, your appointment of the judges, because Tokonu committed a crime and you believe, say, because Tokonu is your friend, we still have to put Tokonu there as the CJ. So today, you want to paint everybody who is appointed to the court as illegally and as not following the right procedure. You are a very selfish old woman. Suddenly, you have a problem with the appointment of judges in Ghana. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, how many judges did he appoint in Ghana? Did you have a problem with it? You are the people, sometimes we pray to God that he should make space in Ghana for the young ones to grow. You are some of the people. I didn't say, you in Penifodi be, you better address them quietly. You speak as if you say Ghana ya modia. When did you come on retirement? You were the CJ. When Charlotte Osei was basically kicked out of office, from the documents that came into our possession, you even knew, you orchestrated the whole thing with the Akufo-Addo. This stupid boy now, Oti wun't to me no. I have an audio here. Boy now, Oti wun't to me. A friend is saying, he is the one who went to and appointed to go tell him, say, you, Sophia Ekufu, one Ekufu and orchestrate the second of Charlotte say. Uba retirement, what if you are with the problem? Ekufu the Betinas to 88 Dinkwasiasem, appointing Nipa 1,000, Echo Supreme Court, High Court, Appeals Court, baby, where Wunyansa and Kanche say the appointment of the judiciary, of the judges, it is opaque. Suddenly, whoa. You are telling us to say, and the judges, the Supreme Court, Appeals Court, High Court, the appointment, it lacks what we call transparency. You are a witch. You are a witch. You will be for. You are a witch. You will be for fita. You will be for flat. We need brad here. What time my J.J. Rawlings appointed? What was the credential? Your credentials, Wayne. And yet some favors J.J. Rawlings are appointed. And yet because JJ was dating your mother or something, that's why you are your sister or something. That's why you are appointed. What don't you think? You don't think we know? We all know. How did you get to the Supreme Court? How did you get to the Supreme Court at that your age? It was because JJ Rawlings was having an affair with somebody who was related to you. That is how you made it to the Supreme Court. That is your resume. Shut up. Right now, there suddenly you have a problem with the way judges are appointed in Ghana. Ghana. You people sat here and allowed Tokonu. We were in this country when Tokonu told us that if you have a Ghana passport, you have a passport, you cannot refer yourself or see yourself as a Ghanaian. Foolish people like you all sat in Ghana. You didn't say anything. Because a president. At a point, we didn't even know who was Ghanaian and who wasn't. At a point in our lives, we didn't know who was Ghanaian and who isn't Ghanaian. We sat in Ghana and these fools run the country like we are mad dogs. Today, suddenly, you have a problem with how judges are appointed in Ghana. You are a witch. You are a witch. Yes, we are before. Mona must say Ghana no. We are before koko. We are before. Now what the Council of State so. And I started a lot of say processes no. The Council of State, you people received the same thing. President receiving here. You were part of the Council of State. I'm making decisions. Say they have established something against Tokonu, and that the process should go on. We are now done on who witness for Tokonu. You are a witch. We are before. We are before. We are flat. We need bradie. We are hypocrites. On kanokre. Onyankopon waso. He will judge you. You are a hypocrite. And the sense of entitlement. I don't know. Ghana no. Oje say okabro for nim nyansa na ohini mu bon oje say okasa obi ankoda na wo dey na ma obey Supreme Court judge ka kire and am oje say any terminal report. You think we don't know your terminal report? It was because of JJ's affair and ma obey Supreme Court uraye anayeboa. And then you sit in Ghana and make it look like say wo your bow free heaven here do buy now wo je tua oto ya ka say ya ka je tua oto a anka betuma ada wo di BP bewu. Shut up and sit somewhere, madam. Everything is fine. When there's no problem, we don't call Jesus. Right now, we are not calling Jesus because we don't have any problem. Problem, we will solve it. I pay for. And then Friday.
And then Friday. This is a better sweet, marvelous sweet. Just say, me who you mean? Dynamic what? Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet, marvelous sweet. Just say, me who you mean? Dynamic what? Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet, marvelous sweet. Just say, me who you mean? Dynamic what? Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet, marvelous sweet. Just say, me who you mean? Dynamic what? Friday.
Now it's simple. And in Parliament, you better see na Afenyo Markin a Jimmy or Parliament. Why? They don't want Mr. Bafuboni, Chief Justice Bafuboni, to be vetted. They won't allow it. A criminal. And when you look at his body language, when you look at Afenyo Markin's body language, a criminal. He's standing in Parliament. Monday vetting of Chief Justice nominee Paul Bafuboni will not happen. A criminal. A criminal whose docket is sitting on the Attorney General's desk is standing in Parliament, exhibiting the tendencies of a potential jailbird. How did we get here? Now, Ushe Nkwasi Adibi Ojina Parliament here. They are not going to allow you, Afenyo Markin, a criminal like you want to vet a white, clean man like Bafuboni. You, Afenyo Markin. Now go and listen to this guy, Afenyo Markin, a criminal.
According to the majority leader, there is going to be vetting.
and the chief whip attempted to arrogate the full powers of this house to himself, as if we are dealing with a one-man power, show of power in this country, by saying it will happen, it will happen. We are not into blows. We are here to argue law and for you to determine. So this kind of attack that it will happen, we argue for posterity. Democracy and practice is for posterity. So they should take it easy. Mr. Speaker, let me draw your attention to detailed provisions in our orders. First, Order 2172 on the subjudicate rule, Order 103F and 123.1, and on the Speaker's control of the business of the House, guided by Order 2164. Mr. Speaker, none of these expressly contemplate the coexistence of an active constitutional dispute over legality of vacancy. The vetting that is being announced seeks to fail. We have a situation at hand. One is procedure under Order 217 that empowers the appointment committee to consider a nomination when existence of the vacancy itself is sub judice. Are we going to do that? That the appointment committee, knowing that there is a sub judice matter, will still proceed to consider the vetting, whereas the Constitution itself contemplates that the office of Chief Justice will never be vacant. That is why even when the woman was originally suspended, there was an acting Chief Justice. So there should be no hurry. Nobody should contemplate that Parliament is somewhat stopped. That seat is not vacant. However, proceeding to vet a new person to fill that office will be rendering the application of Justice Gertrude Esabatokonu otious. According to the majority leader, there is going to be vetting. And the chief whip attempted to arrogate the full powers of this house to himself, as if we are dealing with a one-man power, show of power in this country.
Is it a fooling? This is the kind of fooling that Alban Bagbin has been entertaining for all these years. It is Alban Bagbin who has created this nonsense. Oh. It is the Speaker of Parliament. He has been entertaining this nonsense after this boy disrespected him and embarrassed him around the world for us, all of us to see. He is the one entertaining this foolish boy. It's Alban Bagbin. And I'm very sure that maybe this boy has something on Alban Bagbin. Yeah, that is why this boy is fooling. He stands in Parliament and tells us that the law that has gone through, the law that we have allowed, the Constitution that we have allowed to operate, the laws that are supposed to be effected. At the end of the day, all these laws, nobody in Ghana has been able to mount any stage to say the president flouted any law. The Constitution was followed. Every single detail that we had to follow to make sure that Tokonu gets fair hearing was followed. How can this criminal today get up and tell us that he and his piglets, they don't understand? They are not going to allow Bafu Boni to be vetted to become the Chief Justice of Ghana. How? And you see, he is quoting some useless things to make people think that he has some point. Oh, really? He was quoting the acts. He was quoting the Constitution. He was so quick to quote the Constitution and to quote standing orders and some things to make his case. Oh, really? Now, if it's the Constitution that we are talking about, Now, when you read the Constitution of Ghana on what we call, when you read the Constitution of Ghana, I'm trying to get you something, maybe. I want to show you something. You see, Afenyo Markin was quoting, right? All right. Now, let us look at the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. What the Constitution says when somebody attacks. The legal consequences. When a member of parliament, when somebody attacks a public servant, when somebody attacks a police officer, he was in parliament quoting the Constitution. I am also quoting the same criminal constitution inside the same quote. I'm quoting the same thing in the same Constitution, and I'm quoting the Criminal Act in the Constitution, because he was basing his argument on the Constitution.